What's good, everybody? RJ Sheldon here, back with another episode of Spartan Dogs. As you see, my good brother on the screen here, Tony Lippett, aka Mr. Lip. What's happening, partner?
What's the wizard?
You already know what it is on this show, baby. Let's get right into it. Lions got me a little bit scared on Thanksgiving, going ahead and only winning 23-20 against the Chicago Bears. Jared Goff was 21 of 34 from the field, 220 yards throwing, 2 touchdowns. David Montgomery had 21 carries for 88 yards. Amon St. Brown had 5 receptions for 73. Looked like a game where it was, in the bag in the first half. And then second half kind of had a collapse. Talk to me a little bit about this game from your lens, but a win's a win.
Yeah, definitely a win-to-win. First half, went up 16-0, moved the ball well. Didn't score a lot of points in the first half. That sometimes they got down to the red zone and had to end up with a field goal a couple times. But like I said, they moved the ball well. Gibbs 9 carries, 87 yards. It wasn't like an explosive day, It's kind of it's crazy because playing on a Thursday is different than playing on a Sunday.
Right.
Like on a regular Thursday, you got practice. You practicing at you probably on the field by like 1 o'clock, probably from like 1 to 3, and it's practice, so your body is not in game mode. So it's gonna be a sluggish start. Probably it's gonna be a sluggish start, or it's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be one of those type of games, and this was kind of like one of those sluggish starts. It was the holiday, so they probably had their minds elsewhere as well. But they came out there, they took care of business. Defense looked good. Obviously, they had a couple things that happened at the end of that game. That was they had a PI that gave them another down on fourth down. No, it was the first one. I think the Chicago got a flag, and then the next play, the Lions got a PI that advanced them to fourth down, and whatever happened after that is terrible, terrible, terrible. But I couldn't believe that shit. But they played well. I mean, Thursday game. They haven't won on Thanksgiving in 8 years, so that's something I'm sure they feel good about. And yeah, they look good. So another win for the Lions. Got another big one coming up. Obviously on another Thursday as well. So looking forward to seeing that. But they took care of business like they should.
Lions 11-1. Standings, obviously, for the NFC North, they are number one in their division. They're on a 10-game win streak, playing very good. It's tough to, those games, especially on Thursday, you had some kind of key guys on the defensive end get injured, get banged up a little bit. I forget the names. I know it's maybe like a linebacker in a corner, but, it just comes with the season. It comes with, next guy got to step up and come in. But let's go ahead and get into this Thursday matchup. Big one on Amazon Prime. Detroit Lions face the Green Bay Packers. Divisional game. What is your thoughts going into this game as a Lions fan and what they need to do to go ahead and get this game taken care of? Because you already beat them away. You already know the formula on what to do to go ahead and take care of the Packers. You got on them early, especially in Lambeau. Ran the ball effectively. And then obviously made plays when need to on the outside in the defense. So what do you think are kind of some key takeaways for this game for the Lions to get a W?
I would say first down. I feel like first downs is a very pivotal down, obviously. But I think they need to win on first down and don't be like having second down and 10, second and 11s or 12s or second and 9s. I think they need to win first down and have a shorter second down. Because that's just how you're going to start your drive. I mean, that's the whole play calling. Like, you call plays for like second and 5, second and 4. You don't really call them for second and 10, second and 12 because you got a TFL or an incomplete pass or whatever it is. So you want to get to a good start on first down. You don't want to get at Packers defense no confidence because they do have some players over there that can play. They got some guys. They got some guys on the defensive line. They got an all-pro safety plan right there. He's a leader back there as well. They got some young guys all up around the perimeter. So, and they know what y'all. They know they y'all went into their field to Lambeau and beat them. So, well, I ain't gonna say y'all, but the Lions went into Lambeau and beat them. So they got that on their mind. They want to come and return the favor, and this would be a big win for them as well. The Packers within themselves. especially with the guys that they missing as well. You feel me? And this would be a good win for Jordan Love for his confidence moving forward. Like, we're on the back end of the season. You don't want to have a dud of a game right now. You feel me? Like, that's going to spread. It's going to silently spread throughout the whole organization if you come in week 12?
Yep, week 12.
You have a really bad game in week 12. I don't care where you playing at. It's like that ain't the taste you want to have in your mouth.
Excuse me, week 14, I think. It'd be moving, brother. I think it's week 14.
Week 14. You don't want to have this is the
Right.
last 5 games. So you don't want to have no terrible taste in your mouth going into the playoffs. I would say some key factors in this game would be key players. I'm going to say on offense for them, I think it's going to be Laporta. Obviously, he scored 2 times last week, so he got himself back into the groove after like missing a couple games earlier. I think he is that guy that you don't really game plan for, but he can take over a game. Like right now in this time, they have a lot of weapons, and he sometimes be overlooked. So if you can get him going early, and then you're gonna open it up for Jameson Williams, for Brown, for Gibbs, for Montgomery, for Wright, for Patrick, for whoever out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'll help balance out the whole offense. So I feel like Laporta is one of those guys that it's going to be a big tight end game. I just feel like, I feel like it's going to be a big tight end game for both teams. So, but he can help with that. So obviously I feel like it's going to be a really good game. I just want to see a good game. I ain't picking who going to win, who going to lose. I ain't going to say I don't care, but I don't care. I just want to see a good game. I want to see Jordan Love go out there and perform. I want to see who the best quarterback on the field. Obviously, we know Jared Goff got his thing going on, and he's, in the MVP race this year, been playing exceptionally well the last couple years for the Lions. But who is Jordan Love? Like, you feel me? Like, who is he? Like, we still trying to figure out who he is. Like, I think we got a good glimpse of his potential and the things that he can do when he don't turn the ball over. But I don't think he even nowhere near his ceiling. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like his ceiling is the ceiling towards them former Green Bay quarterbacks. So I'm excited to see a good game. Gonna be a hard-fought game. Gonna be a tough game. Great division game. And who knows, man? They might play against each other in the playoffs. You don't know how it's gonna go. So I'm excited to see what they got going on.
No, I'm right with you. Throw the records out. This game is just whoever can go 1-0 because these are both 2 quarterbacks that I feel are definitely top in the NFL. I'm right with you on trying to see who's the best guy out there. That's what I go ahead when I watch football games. What are the quarterbacks doing?
Yeah.
Are they making throws like Bo Nix did on Monday night? You know what I'm saying? Him coming in and throwing dimes. Even Jameis Winston coming out and playing well. I just want to see an action game. I want to see quarterbacks dominating. That's what I look for. But should be a good one. Thursday night football. Tune in because that's going to be another, backyard brawl between the Lions and the Packers. Moving on, Michigan State went ahead and lost to Rutgers 41-14. They finished 13th in the Big Ten. I believe their record is 5-7. Yep, 5-7 they finished. I already said my 2-piece, my good brother, about this whole situation at the end for this season, for what Aiden Child said, kind of just a hot topic as of right now. And it's always good to go ahead and get another player that's been through the program. And we've talked about it, obviously, off air, and I went over it with my own belief on what should happen or kind of what I thought about it. Now the floor is yours. You're the one that went ahead and went through that program. You know the rich history of that program. You know what it takes to go ahead and lead a team. I've seen it with my own eyes. Even when some days that were you captain? Majority you were a captain, honorary captain all the time, even if you weren't a captain. Just talk to me about this because I think this doesn't leave a good, taste in fans' mouths, let alone players, coaches rolling into next season.
I sent you his comments. I heard his comments after the game. And I just want to hear what he was gonna have to say. Because that was basically like his last press conference until next year, until like spring ball or, whatever. So I'm listening to it. And first off, he came up there and said basically said, I don't give a damn about the fans. I don't care about them at all. I guess he said right after that, except the ones that stayed or whatever. But he wasn't just talking about this game. He was talking about all the games. He was talking about his whole the whole 12-game experience with the fans. He was talking about that whole time. He wasn't just talking about this previous game. And then he went to say, talk about his teammates, people not being bought in. I guess he's saying like something like people not being bought into the program or people not wanting to play or whatever he was saying. It was just like, man, I was like, bro, what? Like, why would you say all of that, bro? Like, so you kind of threw the fans under the bus and your teammates under the bus? And I can see it if you was out there on some Joe Burrow shit. You feel me? Like Joe Burrow numbers right now is immaculate, but his team is not playing that well around him. And, he's just doing the best he can do. In this case, I don't think Aiden Childs has done the best he could do. From game 1 to game 12, I don't really think he improved like that. And throughout the season, throughout like these weeks, like if you go back to podcasts when we did week 4, I was one of the ones like, man, he's just young. You feel me? Just young. He need to, get some more experience. He need to ingratiate himself into this program, into everything going around. His teammates around him, they need to be able to look at him and believe in him. I don't really believe in what I've seen this year. And I was, like I said, I was one of the ones like, man, he just needs some time. You feel me? But it's like we get to week 10 and you probably even look worse than you looked in week 1. And it's just like, man, like, where's the progression? Like, where's the progression? Where is it? Like, you shouldn't be the same type of player you was in week 1, especially you a starter. You've been there. You started every single game. I understand sometimes you have these years. You feel me? You have those years where, it don't go your way and everything just pile up on you during that year, and it's just kind of tough to get yourself out of the mud, knowing you got to go and play somebody the next week and knowing that you didn't do what you needed to do the previous week. And I understand how all this stuff be stacked up on you, because I've been in it. I didn't have one of those very, very great years in 2012 as a Michigan as a football player. I think 2012, that was probably one of my worst years as an athlete. I think that was my worst year as an athlete, period. I don't think I've ever played bad at all like that since I was playing, since fucking 7, 8 years old. So 2012 was one of my worst years. But I understood it was one of my worst years. So I took my approach into the offseason. It was different. Like, I was working, I was grinding, I was doing what I needed to do. And I wasn't saying stuff like that. Like, I just didn't get that right there. I don't feel like he should have said that. I feel like he should have said something like, man, we didn't have the year we expected. I didn't play as well as I wanted to play. And I'm the leader. I'm the guy, they look to. He should have said something like that. Like, next year we're going to get it together. Next year I'll be better. Not, I promise you that. We going to be good. We going to be all right. Like, if I was y'all, I'd bet the over. It's just like little shit like that. It just shows me like, bro, where's your awareness, bro? Like, where is your awareness, bro? And he a young kid. That's what sometimes happens with these young kids, man. They think they know. You feel me? They think they know. But you don't. You don't know. And it's okay it's okay when you're 19, 20 years old. You ain't gonna know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna know. But you gotta wanna know. You gotta wanna know. I don't know if a lot of these guys wanna know. I don't know. I just don't feel like we got better from week 1 to week 12 as a team, and specifically him as a quarterback. But I like never mind. We just need to. I don't know, dog. I really don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, I don't know either with this football team, bro. Especially just like, looking at that, and I'm 1,000% with you on what you said. It's just, you look at that and you're sitting there and you just okay. I mean, I guess this is what this is going to be. From not just hearing that, but now him being comfortable, or whoever to go ahead and be comfortable at the quarterback position and go ahead and say certain things, or just anybody saying whatever at the college football level to have a season, whatever it is. But he's good. He's got his money. Let's just keep it a stack. Let's keep it real here. We don't lie on this show. I mean, you got the money involved, especially him saying, really do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say. But the big thing is that there's a time and place for that. And that just right there, no awareness, like you said. And quite frankly, I feel it was just like a slap in a lot of people's face when he went ahead and did what he did after that game. Regardless if you don't want to look at it like that or not, that's what it was.
No, it definitely was. Like
That's what it was.
I didn't like when he said like I don't care about the fans. I'm like, bro, that's the first thing you thinking about after the season you just had. Like it's on you that bad, huh? It's on you. Like this ain't Oregon State, bro.
No.
You feel me? We actually fucking what was it, Oregon State or wherever he was at before that, Oklahoma State, Oregon, whatever it was. Like motherfuckers care about football up here. Like motherfuckers have won up here. You feel me? Like people have won up here. Like it's just the awareness and understanding of the whole program. Like they didn't understand the pedigree of the rival games, rivalry weeks. It's like they was new to all of this, and that's what I put it on that. Like I'm trying to be fair because this is all their first time doing all of this shit. But I know what my eyes tell me, and the whole thing you were saying about the money and thing, but like you saying like all the money that they good, but like I mean, is the goal not to get to the NFL? Like, how long you think that money gonna last? Like, you a little kid. You probably spending all that shit. You probably giving it to your family. They probably doing something with it, spending it. I'm sure they probably ain't doing the right shit with it. Not saying his specific family, but I know there's families out there that can't wait to spend their kids' NIL money. For sure. And it's not gonna last forever. So if the goal is to get to the NFL, you can't be looking like, oh, well, I'm gonna be okay. You know, I got money right now. Okay, cool. A few years after that, what you gonna have? You're not gonna have nothing. That shit not gonna last forever, bro. Like you gonna have to spend it. You're gonna have to do stuff with it. It's not gonna last forever. And if you keep playing like that, you ain't gonna be in the NFL. I'm telling you right now. You ain't gonna be there. They moving on from number 1 draft picks, my boy. They moving on from them. Quick, just imagine what they're gonna be doing by the time you come out or whoever come out. Whoever it is. Like I always said, like as soon as quarterbacks start leaving and going to other schools, I'm like hitting free agency, and when number 1 overall picks start getting traded and released, I said, nah, them boys understand what it's like to play football now. Now they understand what it's like, because quarterbacks get so many chances. You have what's the dude name? He wasn't even a first overall pick. It was that dude that threw 5 picks and had his first NFL start. Peterman or something, Peterman. It was.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and I remember like that situation.
Yeah, his first start, he threw 5 interceptions. I think that was like 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago, probably. He's still in the league today, and I think he had another game where he threw 5 interceptions. But it's like
horrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man,
that's all you can say. There ain't nothing else you can say about that, bro.
That's all I got to say, man. Tighten up, man, because that shit looked bad. That shit looked bad.
But we just gonna leave it at.
And you gonna like you trying to get people to come to the school.
That's what I'm saying.
You're a quarterback, and you saying that, fuck all the fans, fuck all my teammates. You throwing teammates under the bus. You think other recruits or other people that's in the portal or whatever gonna want to come and play for you? Because that's what they really come to play for. You coming to play for the quarterback.
Right.
You think they gonna want to come and play for you when you doing that? Especially when you ain't performing cold. You better be one of the best quarterbacks in the Big Ten next year. I ain't even gonna say college football. I'm gonna just say the Big Ten. Because the way sometimes you be talking, I seen it from the first press conference when he said that bet the over. When he said that bet the over and he was looking, I'm like, he either really good or he really bad.
And there's no in between that.
And he ain't really good. I ain't seen him play a really good game all year. I ain't seen him play a really good, but I'm talking about just from that comment before the season started. When he said that, I'm like, okay, he either really good or he really bad. And then I proceeded to watch game 1, and we scored 16 points or whatever it was, and we almost lost to FAU. And then the next week, and I'm just like, I'm still like, man, he's just young, man. You know, he got some potential, and I do think he got some potential. But I think he need to grow up. If you're going to be a quarterback, you need to grow up, period. Or somebody else gonna come and take your spot. That's just how it works. They're gonna bring somebody else in. That's just how it is. That's how college football is now. I done seen about 5, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks hit the portal already right now. And these are guys that's pretty good. And it ain't gonna do nothing but continue to happen. If he have another year like he had next year, he will not be the quarterback year. People are like, oh, you can hit the portal and go get some money elsewhere, bro. If you can't play good, then you just can't play good. I don't care what uniform you got on. I.e., what's the quarterback name that's at Auburn right now? We ain't gotta say his name. But he's still the quarterback that he was at the place before he went to Auburn. And he wasn't that good then. He ain't that good now. That's all I gotta say, man.
We're just gonna leave it at that. Moving on over to the Detroit Pistons. They are 10th in the Eastern Conference. They got a pretty big lineup this week. They go ahead and face the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they face the Celtics, and then they face the Knicks. Talk to me about your Pistons, man. Those 3 games I just rattled off. What are we looking like for the Detroit Pistons right now?
Oh, they're gonna lose all those games. Yeah, they're gonna lose all those. They play the Bucks, at the Celtics, at the Knicks. Yeah, they probably gonna lose all those games. They just lost to the 76ers with Maxey. He played. He had 28, and Paul George had 11. So you just lost the game without Embiid at home. Like these are games you should win. It's certain games where you like, okay, he ain't playing. We gotta get this game. But sometimes people, take a seat back. Okay, he ain't playing. All right, cool. I'm gonna just chill today. And it's the NBA. They come off the bench. K Martin 19 points, Council 17 points. Bro, that's 36 points off the bench, and that was just 2 guys. And then you got 2 other guys that got 11 total. That's 47 points off the bench. I don't know who these guys is. I mean, of course McCain, but they ain't ballers like that. It's just certain stuff you got to take care of your business. Okay, Cunningham didn't play again, so he been out. He was out again.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna have no offense without him. Like when you take the point guard off, who you gonna put up there? The backup point guard is the backup point guard for a reason. So when you take the person that dominates the ball and that everything facilitates through him, this is a guy that got multiple triple doubles this year. I think he's top 5 in assists right now. And you take him off the court, or he's out for 5 or 6 games. Now you got to put somebody else there and help and hope that they can facilitate like he can. Because you got a lot of guys on the Pistons right now that can't create their own shots like that. So they need a guy that can create shots for himself and for others. Right. And they don't have that. Beasley ain't creating no shot. Tobias Harris ain't creating no shot. Hardaway ain't creating no shot. Duran ain't creating no shot. Ivy, maybe.
He's inconsistent, though. You never know.
That's why I said maybe. If he was more consistent, then I'd be like, okay, he can. But he ain't. He ain't consistent, especially without your number 1 guy on the team. So they got to get healthy. If they don't get healthy, it's gonna get bad. That was the main thing I said. Kay Cunningham, how can you stay healthy? Can you play 70+ games in a fucking year, bro? He 22, 23? Young, bro, and they just be out. Roll my ankle. I'm out for 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, little rolled ankle. A bone bruise. I hit my knee on the ground when I fell, out for 6 weeks. Like, bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. So yeah, they're gonna lose. Until he come back, they're gonna continue to lose. And that's what it is. Whatever.
No, it's just wild to see that. I just think as a young individual that you just be hungry to play. And we're at a point right now, just in every single professional sport, college sport, that is just, it is what it is. Which is sick to see.
I don't think people get it, bro. Like, he can retire after this contract and be good. How hungry am I gonna be? I'm making $50 million a year at 22 years old. 21, I'm making 50 M's a year, guaranteed. I can be hurt for the next 2 or 3 years and I'm gonna get paid all that money. How hungry can I be, bro? I was hungry before I got paid because that's what I was trying to get paid. But now I'm paid. How hard you want me to go? You think I'm about to go hard? I'm not, bro. I'm not saying me. But a lot of these guys
Right.
don't game. They just love what comes with it. They don't love this shit. You feel me? That's just what it is nowadays. They just playing this shit because they athletic. You know, you played with some guys that didn't really love that shit, but they was a good player. But they ain't love that shit like that. Like they ain't do nothing extra. They ain't study the game. They just knew that they can play. And some of them went on, play extensive careers. But they didn't love the game. They just was fast, or they just was tall, or they just was big, and you feel what I'm saying? Like we see it all the time. So, but it's hard. It's gonna be hard to tell a 22-year-old that's making $50 million a year and tell them, hey, we need you to come to camp ready to go. You shouldn't have to get in shape in the preseason and in camp. You should come ready to go. Mm-hmm.
It's a darn shame. But that concludes, obviously, the Michigan area of what we cover. Moving on over to speak on it. A lot of things to cover here. A lot of great games this past weekend. Thanksgiving, all that Sunday, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and talk about this Philadelphia Eagles, versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Eagles went ahead and won that one 24-19. Justin Hurts, 11 of 19 from the field, 118 yards throwing, 1 touchdown. Lamar Jackson was 23 of 36 from the field, 237 yards throwing and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, the running back battle as well. It's really a battle from, their key skill guys. Saquon Barkley had 23 carries for 107 yards and 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry had 19 carries for 82 yards. A.J. Brown had 5 receptions for 66, and Zay Flowers had 3 receptions for 74. Watching this game, I'm fully done watching Lamar Jackson. Talk to me about this in regards to what you saw, because, it's another case of him not running the football when he needs to.
Man, you seen what he said in the press conference, what his mama told him. Like, his mama told him that. You know why his mama told him that? Because she used to go to his games growing up. And that's the special gift he had, to just pull the ball down and just make people miss. The highlight that we see from high school, him rolling all the way to the right, and then him stopping at the goal line, is him running the ball. Did you see when he ran the ball at the end of the game and he broke for like 40 yards?
I literally almost threw my remote because I'm like, you could be doing this since week 1. And in your record of you having those 3 or 4 losses, you literally could be running your division right now. Easy. And the AFC. Your only loss would have been against the Chiefs.
And that was in game 1. They lost to the Browns and the Steelers. And I'm gonna say those, and the Eagles. I'm gonna say all 3 of those losses I would put on Lamar. And I put them on Lamar because, Lamar, you don't have a number 1 wide receiver. You don't have that, bro. Like, Bateman is not a number 1 wide receiver. I'm not hearing that. He is a good wide receiver, but he's not a great wide receiver. Nobody's double teaming him. Nobody's worried about him on 3rd down. They worry about Lamar Jackson. He is the number 1 wide receiver on the team, Lamar. He is the number 1 running back on the team, Lamar. He is the number 1 guy. If he's not going to run the ball, they're not going to win shit. Like, they're not even calling runs for him no more. I don't even see them calling runs for him. Like, if I'm Todd Monken, I'm like, okay, I'm going to call a couple runs early in the game to get his legs going. I'm going to call a couple read options and veers so he can get going downhill, so he can see it quicker. There was like 4 times in the game where I watched him just sit in the pocket and take a sack. And I'm just, I don't like seeing Lamar Jackson get sacked because it baffles me. Like, bro, all you need to see is 1 lane and get missing. Or when you rolling out to the right and you looking downfield and you, like, even the touchdown he threw to Andrews, that was a stupid pass. It was 5-6 guys around there. Like, that's not a smart pass. But he always just looking to throw the ball all the time. And then he be missing people when it is time for him to throw the ball. He rolls out to the right on the 4 or 5 yard line.
I know exactly what player you're talking about.
And throws the ball in the ground. And I'm watching, I'm like, bro, did he get tipped or something?
No, it didn't.
And they showed the replay, and he just rolled out and just threw it on the ground. And I'm like, Even the screens, the bubble screens, the quick little flare outs from the running backs, all of that shit, it's never on point. Like, it's always he thinking something different. I'm like, bro, if you gonna do that, just run the ball. If you gonna overthrow likely on a corner route and then get mad at him, because I don't know why you got mad at him.
He snapped on him. He snapped on him. And I'm like, bro, you the one that overthrew him.
Overthrew him like a mug. I'm like, bro, what are you seeing? Like, bro, just
For
throw
real.
him. Even if you throw it short, he can catch it and run. He's wide open. It's plays like that you leave on the field. You leaving those plays on the field. They got up 9-0. I swear for like 3 possessions straight. It was just dumb shit. Dumb shit. Fumble snaps, incomplete passes, overthrowing people. Even the third down, because I think that was third down when he rolled out and threw it to the floor on Zay Flowers. That was the first down. That would have been a first down. But now you got to punt the ball and you give them the ball back on the 50-yard line. You giving the Eagles on the ball back on the 50-yard line. You got to, like, even though they got the ball on the 1-yard line, Lamar Jackson got to know, like, hey, bro, even if we don't drive it 100 yards, I have to flip this field. So I got to get to the 30 or the 40. So if I punt the ball, now they got to go 80, 85, 90 instead of 50 yards. It's times in the game where Lamar Jackson look like he don't really know what he doing, or he don't know what he want to do. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to say he don't know what he doing. I'm going to say it's times where he don't know what he want to do. And you can see it. We be looking like, bro, Lamar, my dog. I'm telling you, that's my dog. I tell you, I'm my dog. And a lot of quarterbacks miss passes. They gonna overthrow some guys. They gonna underthrow some guys. We seen Jameis Winston last night overthrow that post route to Jerry Jeudy and then come back and hit him on on the one. We see all quarterbacks. You see Joe Burrow overthrow some guys or underthrow some guys. You see Kyler Murray overthrow, underthrow. You gonna see some missed passes because they just quarterback. They touch the ball every play and they ain't gonna be able to make the right throw and the right decision every single play. But there's plays that you need to have. There's plays that you need to have. And Lamar is not making those plays. So I hope that he take his mama advice.
Please.
And run the damn ball. I've been saying this since last year. Run the ball, bro. Run. Drop back, one read, I don't see it, go. Make everybody, I've been saying this shit the last 3-4 weeks, 5 weeks. Make everybody look at you. He rolling out now. They ain't even looking at him. They turning around looking to see where the receiver's at because they know he want to throw. Hey, bro, the Ravens are not that good for Lamar to be playing the way he playing. And I'm not saying he playing bad, but he leaving some plays on the field every week. Every week he leaving so many plays and so many yards on the field. And it's 4-5 games left. What you waiting on? It's time for you to run the fucking ball now. Like, I understand you're not running from week 1 to week 8 trying to save it to now. But you see they was stopping Derrick Henry.
Easy.
Shout out to that Eagles D-line. And that Jalen Carter,
bro.
beast.
That Eagles team is for real on that defensive side.
Bro, they was stopping Derrick Henry in the backfield right now. I ain't never seen him get, soon as they hand the ball off, they own him. I'm like, damn. You feel me? Like, he breaking a couple, but they own him, bro. Like, own him. Everybody tackling. And that's dope, but you got to score points, man. You get up 9-0 at home. You get 3 straight possessions to where you don't score, and now they score, and then they score again. Now they up at halftime. That's what it is. You got to extend the lead, bro. You have to extend the lead. I understand Tucker was missing field goals and stuff like that, but Tucker missed the first field goal, right? And then the next field goal Tucker missed. I blame Lamar for that field goal that he missed. The field was like a 53-yarder. But they was on the 20-yard line and on third down, and he took a sack. And that shit took it back. He took it like a 12-yard sack. And that made the field go back to the 32 to 33-yard line. Now he kicking a 51-yard field goal when he just missed a 43-yard field goal. And he missed a PAT. So it's already in his head, like, bro, I'm missing. Lamar, it's just, man, his awareness, man. He gotta take his growth to another level. We already know you dynamic, you cold. it's time to take his game to another level, and we're gonna see if he can get there.
It's just embarrassing because, like, I feel as the OC is well and Todd, especially him being able to, game prep, all that good stuff. Take them damn bubble screens out, take them damn quick little things, and have Derrick Henry lead block, and he just roll out and pick whatever hole he wants to go ahead and run. Outside, inside, it's just you are trying to go ahead and make a guy's legs not be non-existent in a game when that is his best vocal point on him in regards to go ahead and winning, and you take that away from him and want him to sit in the pocket. It's disgusting. So hopefully get that figured out, because if they don't, they're not going to that AFC Championship game. They'll be out the first week because
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying they'll just be out the first week.
Yeah. Shout out to the Eagles though. They didn't play a clean game. It wasn't it wasn't like, oh, they were just super dominant. I think the Ravens still should have won that game. They left plays out there. They lost it. But shout out to the Eagles. Man, they played without Devontae Smith. Darius Slay was out. So 2 dynamic playmakers, all like Pro Bowl guys, was out. You feel me? And you took and you went on to MT&T Bank Arena Stadium. That's a hard place to play at, especially playing the Ravens under the lights against Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, a good coach in John Harbaugh, but man, he got to tighten up too. Shout out to the Eagles though. That was a good win. Shout out to Jalen Carter, balling, bro. He kind of took over that game. I ain't gonna lie. He was everywhere too. He was at the nose tackle. They tossed it over here. He was running, tossed. He was everywhere on the field, and that's what they anticipated when they drafted him. He should have been a number 1 overall pick, but you know how they, it was that little card thing he had shit going on. But shout out to him. Shout out to that defense because he becoming the leader of that defense, and it can get scary for sure. If he become dominant and the guys around him become dominant, you got the Nolan Smith, obviously Brandon Graham out for the year. Shout out to big homie BG. Davis, the other big Georgia guy.
Yep.
Sweat. Like it's about 3 or 4 Georgia guys on that D line. So they used to playing with each other. So they probably feeling good, lined up against each other again, like with the linebacker Dean. You feel me? Gardner Johnson playing physical back there. He come up a couple times, help with a little hit. He funny as shit, but he be playing.
I love his game because it's that if you get him one where he just decleats somebody or he just gets to a good hit on someone, he's active immediately. I love his energy when he's on the field.
He gonna let you know about it for sure. But shout out to the Eagles, man. That was a good win. It was a win, like I said. I don't think they dominated the game. I don't think it was. They just beat the hell out of them, but they won the game on the road with two Pro Bowlers that they didn't have on the field with them. So shout out to them. Great win for that program, and it's looking green for the Eagles. I'm gonna tell you that it's looking green for them.
It looks real good. They look like a serious football club.
Yeah.
Then moving on, there was obviously incredible games on, action-packed game. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Steelers won that one 44-38. Russell Wilson, over 400 yards throwing, 3 TDs. Joe Burrow, over 300 yards, 3 TDs. This was a game that was going back and forth, back and forth. Talk to me a little bit about this. It sucks that, Joe Burrow's playing the way he's playing and their record is 4-8. It's sick to see that, but you got to look at these Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Wilson's out here getting these guys moving in the right direction on offense.
Yeah.
Even though their defense, you can call it what you want. They get timely stops when need be. Talk to me about this.
You can. I believe in the Steelers defense. There's gonna be games where the other team can score and other team can make things happen. They on the road, so you ain't playing in another team's stadium. They gonna, especially a high flying offense like the Bengals. But everybody don't got a Jamar Chase and a T Higgins and even a Chase Brown in the backfield. He been running the ball pretty well. And that other receiver, number 80, I don't know how to say his last name, but I've been seeing him make some catches. That's pretty good. He even caught a touchdown this past weekend. But Russell Wilson, career high. You know that was his career high in passing yards?
I wouldn't have thought that, but I guess it was.
That was his career high, 412. 3 touchdowns. Everybody, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different guys touched the ball. 10 different guys had a catch with Russell Wilson. He don't have no favorites. He's throwing to the open guy. He's reading the schemes. Guys are making plays. He's checking the ball down too to make them linebackers have to think about it. You checking the ball down, you making them linebackers not get as much depth because you really don't want to be in space. You feel me? With Najee Harris catching the ball and now he get to face you up and make a move, and or Warren or Cardell Patterson. You don't want that at all. Russell Wilson got this Steelers team looking serious. Like I said, Justin Fields. I ain't never seen Justin Fields have a game like this. Never. Not even Russell Wilson first game as a Steeler. Justin Fields didn't have a game like that. Justin Fields would not be able to do with how they offense would not look like it looked right now if Justin Fields was still playing quarterback. And everybody know that. And it ain't no knock to Justin Fields. It's just like he's not ready yet. Like,
Right.
it's crazy because it's like his 4th year of saying he's not ready or he's this or he's that. But not even to make that about Justin Fields. Russell Wilson got this team balling right now. They playing inspired. Guys on defense is making plays. You don't even know who they are. I think they lead the league in forced fumbles. TJ Watt, fucking beast, man. He a beast. Crazy beast. He got like 5 forced fumbles. And they other defensive end.
From Wisconsin too, I'm believing. I think he's
is that Herbig or something like that?
He is crazy.
Number 51?
Or 51 or 56, both of them nuts.
50. No, I think 56 is Highsmith. 56 is out right now. But 51, he got 4 forced fumbles this year. And I think they 1 and 2 in that. And he ain't even a starter. Highsmith is the smart starter. And Highsmith is a dominant edge rusher. So
Nick Herbig.
Yeah, him. They got guys. They got guys at every level. You got TJ Watt, you got Highsmith, you got Herbig, you got Casey Hayward, you got Patrick Queen at the linebacker position, you got Porter Jr., and you got Minkah Fitzpatrick, which I think Minkah is the best safety in the game. So you got guys all on that defense that's going to be able to make plays for sure, for sure. If that offense can just be in this vicinity, the Steelers are going to be serious. And I think the Steelers are going to upset somebody in the playoffs. And people going to think people not going to think it's an upset, but it is. I like the way the Steelers are playing. Everybody be doing what they want to do on the Bengals, though. Boy, the Bengals, they was looking cheeks out there, boy. Especially like on defense for sure. But that was a great game, man. Russell Wilson looked rejuvenated playing in Pittsburgh. He got somebody to believe in him. And you can just tell, like, when somebody believes in you and the team is behind you, it's gonna fit. And maybe he alienated himself with the Broncos with the whole having his own office, having his own thing, all that little shit. Maybe he done that, but he probably felt like I'm gonna do what I want to do coming from Seattle. I ain't had this pull over here in Seattle. I ain't have this power. But now y'all done gave me this contract. I'm gonna utilize this power while I'm here. Maybe it didn't work out how he thought it would work out. You feel me? Sometimes you hit, you miss. That's what it was. But then he come over here learning from both of those situations, and he like, I'm gonna just be what the team need me to be. I'm gonna be what the team need me to be. I'm gonna get back to just being a distributor. It ain't about me, but they gonna make it about me because I'm gonna be playing well. But he got this team playing inspired football right now. You can tell how they playing. They always play inspired. They got one of the greatest head coach, one of the greatest coaches ever. I feel like in any sport, Mike Tomlin. Shout out to that melanated man, that boy, doing his thing. Been doing his thing for a long time.
I remember when he used to come to Michigan State or whatever. He had remember my name one time. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, because I got so much, respect for him. Because not only a black head coach, not only a great man, but a man of leaders, bro. He always goes ahead and gets his guys ready to play football, no matter who it is. And you saw it for years. What coach got a winning record ever since he's touched down in any profession? A winning record. That is crazy. Shout out to him. I love Mike Tomlin. I'd love one day maybe to go ahead. I don't know what he likes to drink. I don't know if he's a cigar guy. I don't know his stilo. But I would love to kick it with him one time because I just have high respect for him.
See, I had he always comes to Michigan State Pro Days. I
Right.
had dinner with him after the Pro Day. Dinner with him and, they staff or whoever came with him, the owner or whatever they came with him. We had dinner over at Hall of Fame. He was cool, bro. Cool,
The good
cracking,
Hall of Fame.
talking. And he was a real cool dude. Like, from what I know about him, he's a real cool dude. I mean, obviously, I played against him twice.
Right.
Talked to him when I was there, because like I said, they was on me. So shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. Shout out to he got them Steelers playing, and watch out for the Steelers, man. They gonna upset some guys, because in the playoffs it get real stingy, and you gonna need a quarterback that know how to play in the playoffs. And Russell Wilson has proven himself to be one of those guys that know how to play. And if I'm Pittsburgh, I ain't letting him go nowhere.
Hell no.
I ain't letting him go nowhere. I'm not about to try to do this shit with somebody else next year. If he finished this season really well, which I think he will, I don't think he's gonna be doing nothing too crazy. He's gonna beat Russell Wilson. I'll take that for the next couple of years, then try to develop something with somebody else, or I'll take that. Obviously, the receivers love him. They be getting everybody love him. They all be touching the rock. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they enjoy that for sure. But shout out to them. Jamar Chase, they just lost again, 4-8. They played Dallas this week on Monday night. I think is it in Dallas?
I think it is in Dallas. It is in Dallas.
It's in Dallas. They play on Monday night. I think he gonna play because it's in Dallas. It's Monday night. I think he'll play. But if they lose, what you gonna do, Chase? I don't know. We're gonna see. We're going ahead though.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, hopefully he just that's a crazy topic to think about. That's another like 15, 20-minute talk. But back to Wilson, though, the Steelers need to go ahead and make that guy their, Ben Roethlisberger, and pay him. If I was a front office right now, me, GM, writing a check and seeing what he's doing, not only we already know what players can do, but what's going on within the building? What's going on, and how are the vibes going in? Guys coming in working, guys coming in going and do what they need to do. That's the biggest thing, because when you got that culture, like Mike Tomlin has already went and established, but then you got a quarterback just as Wilson is, being in people's ear, talking to whoever, hey, listen, I know you didn't go ahead and get this, but this is going to happen. Like, getting reassurance as a player from your quarterback, knowing that you really didn't get the rock like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure with Pickens, Mike Tomlin came out and talked about, hey, like, he's got to grow up. Like, it's just, but he's doing that with tough love. But, Wilson's probably to him right there, right? Like, hey, listen, like, we need you to be better. We need you not to do stupid things like that.
And he gonna help.
Exactly. Like, we know that you got a lot of passion for the game, because I love his passion. I don't care what it is. He's passionate about going out there and playing at his highest level to go out and help his team. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with him doing what he does, but he's just got to tame that. But what I'm saying is, I've seen enough. Pay him. You guys be good for 5 years to have him, because he's playing at MVP level right now. And you definitely need him when it's off season, or not off season. You definitely need him when it's playoffs to go ahead and get you into the Super Bowl.
I don't know if I pay. I don't know if I give him a 5-year deal. I'll probably give him like a 3-year deal, like a 3-year, 120, 135, like a $40 million deal for 3 years. I do something like, I give him one of them Baker Mayfield Tampa Bay deals. I'll do that for sure. I think he has worked for that. Like, and he's just a serious quarterback. Like, just imagine him being there from the start of the season. I mean, obviously he was there from the start of the season, but he ain't start the season. He was hurt. It had been 6-1 since he came back. Seemed like he's definitely a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
Absolutely.
Chill, like, pass the ball, distribute the ball. They can run the ball. He helped everybody around there. Najee Harris, Pickens, Austin, number 19. Number 19, I don't know where the fuck he even came from. He been making plays like a mug weekly. Everybody touching the rock. Fryer move got back in the end zone this past Sunday. They need to go ahead but this is a division with great quarterbacks. So they need to go ahead and lock that up. I say that.
Absolutely. Oh, man, a couple quarterbacks that we do need to talk about. Our boy Kirk Cousins had 4 interceptions this past weekend.
Each.
Does he still, they're 6-6. Is he still your guy, or do you move on?
Is he still your guy? They've lost the last 3 games. They lost to the Saints, to the Broncos, and to the Chargers after the bye week. I say yes. I say you bring him back next year. That's what I would say. I say you bring him back next year. You sign him to a 4-year deal, $180 million. And if Penix is not for sure ready to play. Like, because if you bench, I heard somebody talking about benching him. Should they bench him? That was a question somebody was saying. Should they bench him and bring in Penix at the time? I'm like, bro, if you bench him, you can't come back and start him again. But maybe you can. Maybe, but
There's been a lot of quarterbacks that had happened. We see it in Carolina. We saw it in a couple other places. So you never know.
A lot of teams, that it has happened with, but a lot of those guys are not veterans though.
True.
They're not veteran guys. They're usually younger guys that's being replaced by veteran guys. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't bench him this year. I would let it play out. I give him a whole 17 games to see what he's gonna do this year. Allow Penix to watch this shit, to feel the energy, to feel the intensity of the game. Because I don't care if it's been 14 weeks. He still need to learn more. He still can sit back a whole season and learn.
Right.
You feel me? They're probably gonna make the playoffs if they win that division. If they lock up the division, probably around like week 16 or whatever, the 17. I'll let Penix play the last game and see how he performed then. But I would give Kirk Cousins this whole year to just let me see. I don't want to stop early. I don't want to bench him. We just paid him all this cheese in 4 years. We just did all of that. Now we need to see this through. That's what I would say, especially money-wise, you're going to see it through. So, no, I don't think they should bench him, but I do think he needed 4 interceptions. And some of them picks, I say 3 or 4 of them he threw. Out of the 4 picks he threw, 3 of them was crazy. He threw that late pick 6. I was like, man, you already know you can't throw late to you already know you can't throw late to the flat in the NFL. He going for 6, and he went for 6. He caught another pick too. He caught 2 of them. The one he threw toward in the red zone, in the end zone, I don't know what the hell that was. I don't even know who he was throwing it to. But I'm going to see if he can come back from this. I'm not going to bench him. I mean, unless you just keep doing shit like that for the next couple games, then I'll reconsider it. But I'm gonna give him every chance to finish out this whole year because I want to see 17 games of Kirk Cousins, what he looks like. You feel me? What he looks like. Coming off an Achilles injury, so this is his first year off of that Achilles injury. If he can finish this season as a starter and maybe go to the playoffs and win 1, lose 1, whatever it is, I will give him an opportunity for that next year. And if he lose his job in preseason or early in the season, then I'll be like, okay, it is what it is. But I'm going to give him another chance going into next year to remain a starter. And it's his job to lose. That's what I would say. So I'm not going to bench him, but, you need to probably stop throwing to other teams.
That's a great description kind of that situation for, Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. Moving on, this one kind of hurts my heart because this is definitely one of my favorite players still to this day. Aaron Rodgers, man. He's not playing up to par. Team has got, realistically, dog shit, for another better word. Talk to me about his situation. Talk to me about where you think, because obviously he wants to leave. Obviously he wants to go somewhere else. But is there a team that wants to take him? That's what I'm saying.
You answer that. What jersey will he have on next year? At the start of next year, what jersey will he have on?
I would say because it's just the whole realm of like what you see a previous Packer quarterback do before Rodgers became, Rodgers in Green Bay. Brett Favre went ahead and went to New York, and he went to the Vikings, and then he ended his career in the Vikings. I don't think that he's going to go that route, regardless of whatever happens. I really think Aaron Rodgers is going to be a 49er. I really think that the 49ers are not going to be, anything special this year. They've shown that already. Okay, yeah, you're going to go ahead and you see
a starter?
Yeah, with the 49ers.
You think he's going to start with the 49ers next year?
I don't think that the 49ers right now are going to go ahead and, first off, they're going to look at all options because they're going to have a hard time making the playoffs right now, or if not even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Due to injury, due to whatever. Aaron Rodgers is always talking his career. It'd be cool to go ahead and play with the 49ers. It'd be cool to kind of be one of those kids that are from Cali, Joe Montana, all those classic quarterbacks that he's admired. You know, me being a fan, he's always talked about him and kind of his game of what he's done to help him. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts on a 49ers jersey and then rides his career out, or maybe it's 1 year and then he's done. But that would be an ideal place for him, I would feel, than him going to the Vikings or him going to Tennessee or him going to, back to New York or any of those places. And if you look at it, I don't think, like, if I'm a GM right now, let me see Purdy's numbers right now. He's been hurt, right? I'm assuming, because he was out for a long time, or like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I think he missed last week.
So it's like, okay, this year we're looking at over 2,000 yards, 13 TDs, 8 interceptions. Your team right now,
He only got 13 passing touchdowns?
Yeah. He only has 13 passing touchdowns. You're last in your division in the NFL.
We in week 14 and he only got one passing touchdown per week?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You're in the NFC West. You're last in that division. You're 5-7. You're on a 3-game losing streak. This is a situation. If I'm a GM, okay, well, if Aaron Rodgers is going to go ahead and say that he's not going to go ahead and come back to this team, and he says it early within the season, I believe he said that even like maybe week 12, week 13. Maybe I could be wrong on that, but he came out and said that he wasn't going to be here next year. And what I'm looking at with my football team and knowing, hey, listen, if I still want to go ahead and be the 49ers that are always being talked about and always going to go ahead and be in it, why not have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback to go ahead and still stay in the mix of things? Because do I believe Purdy's going to get better? Do I believe that Purdy's going to be this, top 5 quarterback? Last year, we were saying that he's a top 5 quarterback. And when he had first came onto the scene, everyone was basically saying that he was in that category. I'm like, what are we talking about here? Like, what's going on? Like, he is a good quarterback. He's not a top 5 quarterback. And I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers right now is a top 5 quarterback, but he's better than Purdy. I would take Aaron Rodgers over Purdy. And if you put Aaron Rodgers in the same situation as Purdy back then where he was before he went to go ahead and go to New York, things will be looking a little bit different for the 49ers, and they maybe might have went ahead and won that Super Bowl if he was playing in it. Because why? Throws needed to be made. He didn't make them throws. I'm just saying that if it's Rodgers' last hurrah, I would want to go with the 49ers. And if I'm the front office for the 49ers, you got to go ahead and consider that. Even if you do go ahead and pay Purdy, but I wouldn't think you're going to based off of what you've seen number-wise. Like, you're going to go ahead and pay a guy that just went to the Super Bowl once and then didn't win you a Super Bowl. Like, I don't get it with that if you do pay him. But it is what it is. It is the league. But I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers would be in a 49ers uniform. And I think it's more likely that to happen than any other team.
Okay. I brought this up because obviously you've been hearing the rumblings going on the last couple of weeks. The owner talking about maybe he will be there, maybe he won't. Aaron Rodgers saying maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't. He said it's either going to be a Jets uniform or somebody else's uniform because he plans on playing in 2025. And from what I see, if I was to take a wild guess what jersey Aaron Rodgers would be in at the beginning of the next season, my guess would be he ain't going to be in no jersey.
And I hope that happens too. I hope he just goes, he's just done. I would love to do that because it's hurt my eyeballs watching what he's basically going through. He got no O-line with the Jets. He's getting pummeled every week. Like, bro, there is no offensive lineman on the Jets that can hold a block, bro. And I don't care what D-end, D-tackle, whoever it is. He is getting pummeled, bro, and it's sick to see.
It was like that before he got there. Like, we thought it was going to be better because he got there. Jets we've seen it. Come on, man. The Jets been fucking awful on offense for years and years and years. We've seen it. They always had like a decent defense, but their offense was always bad. Offensive line was always bad. It wasn't going to change because he got there. I just don't see him being on a team next year unless a quarterback is like get injured in preseason and they want to bring him in to start. But I don't see no team making Aaron Rodgers their starting quarterback in OTAs. This next OTAs. I don't see not one team doing that because it ain't just Aaron Rodgers. It comes with Aaron Rodgers comes with a lot. And when he was winning MVPs, like you said, they'll deal with you when you end up winning MVPs and you throwing 40, 50 touchdowns every year. And you not the problem why y'all losing, or you're not the problem why y'all not advancing to the playoffs. They'll do all of that. We cool. We gonna be with you. Yeah, they gonna say all of that. But when you playing bad, and bro, I watched it, man. I told you I don't even be wanting to watch it no more because I'm like, bro, the Aaron Rodgers I know, he was man. And I'm looking at this guy right here, and I'm like, bro, you can see it's kind of over. Like he can't play 4 quarters of Aaron Rodgers football like he used to do. He can't do it no more. Like LeBron can't carry a team for 4 quarters, 70 plus games anymore. He can't do it. This a young man's game. Like he can't do that shit no more. And we seen, like I said, I've watched this season, the games this season. I seen him throw. I seen him miss throws, more throws than I've ever seen him miss in one season. He's missing more throws this year than I've ever seen him miss in 5, 6, 7 seasons in a row. There was games. There was seasons where he was throwing over 40 touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions. You know. You was in Wisconsin when you was there when they was winning championship, when they won a championship in what, 2010 or 11.
And he wasn't even like, I mean, he was throwing like times.
Darts, boy.
He was throwing probably one of the craziest balls that NFL has never seen before.
Yeah, Greg Jennings, seam route over the middle for that touchdown in between Ryan Clark, and I'm like, bro, oh my, man, that's nasty. And when you don't see it no more, it's like, damn, I don't want to see him go out like this. I mean, it's great players don't want to be good, bro. Like they don't want to be good or they don't want to be mediocre. They don't want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I can see like if he can't be Aaron Rodgers, the what we know no more. I think he even gonna be like, man, I'm straight. You feel me? Like, I'm good. Like I said, I don't think there's not one team that's gonna make him their starting quarterback in OTAs, and it's gonna take like a big injury for him to come back and be like a starter somewhere. And that's how I see it's gonna happen. But I think you might want to watch these last few games of Aaron Rodgers. Well, I'll tell you that. I think this is it.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not.
Man. I think I said it early in the season. I said, bro, this might be Aaron Rodgers. I know this is last year with the Jets. Yeah. I know this is last year with the Jets. And if you don't go to the Jets, it's a lot, bro. It's too many young quarterbacks. It's too many guys that these other organizations are invested in to just bring in Aaron Rodgers and everything he come with. You see what he come with. And I'm not saying it like it's bad or anything like that, but he come with this, this mindset of I run shit. And like you ain't playing that well to be saying that now. And it's crazy because I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks to ever throw the ball. I think he throws the best football ever. I think he has the best arm talent as a quarterback ever. Better than anybody. He throws the best ball I've seen from anybody in the NFL ever. And when you don't get that no more, it might be time to just hang it up, man. I mean, shit, you got 4 MVPs, you got a championship, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. You tried, you came back from your Achilles. Like that's still in his head. That killing, you feel it. Every throw, you can't get your leg into it. You can't get your this into it. People around you, you feeling all of these shit and you rushing the ball, you overthrowing guys. Like he overthrew Garrett Wilson in the end zone. Garrett Wilson was wide open. Come on, when have we ever seen Aaron Rodgers miss these type of passes? And then he get frustrated. We've never seen that before. I'm telling you, when you frustrated like that, it's because you know that you probably can't do it like you used to do it anymore. And that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be okay with it because it's like, bro, you did it great for 12, 15 years. Take that right there. You feel me? You can't be mad at that. So I think this is his last 5 games that he would be playing in his career unless there's some major injury that happened or something like that. Because he ain't even Russell Wilson no more. I think Aaron Rodgers can't throw like that no more. And it's because of his Achilles and his arm, all of that shit is everything. You're 40 years old. I just think it's going to be tough for him. And I think this is it. So I don't think he'd be on no team next year.
Well, we'll just have to find out and see. But anyways, last but not least here, I think that needs to be talked about, kind of the topics here of Trevor Lawrence getting hit the way he did, the Texans game. My opinion about this, obviously the game of football, as what I remember of it, is that it's a physical football game. You have the choice every time that the ball's in your hand, knowing the situation when you go ahead and carry the football to where you can go ahead and protect yourself. Do I think who was the linebacker's name that
I,
had
I don't know. He got his like Abraham Shalin. Something, man. I ain't mean to mess up
something like that? No, it doesn't matter.
one of the guys.
One of the guys. Yeah, that was pretty crazy the way he went ahead and tackled him the way he did. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, Trevor Lawrence could have went ahead and maybe just ran to the sideline, stretched the ball out. There's so many situations, so many things that could have happened on that play. I would say, it was crazy that he went ahead and targeted the way he did, but at the same time, I mean, you could have slid earlier. You could have went out of bounds. You could have avoided that hit. You could have went ahead and not put yourself in that position to go ahead, because the Houston defense plays physical. You know that coming into the game. You know that they're not just going to go ahead and just tap you, especially when they go ahead and they have headhunters on their team. And I don't mean headhunters of where it's like they're trying to go ahead and hurt you. I'm just saying they play physical football. So you know what you got going on. Talk to me about this, kind of your perspective, because I think with me, he had the choice to go ahead and not put himself in that situation.
Obviously, I said today they suspended him for 3 games. I don't think that's good. I don't think that was worth a 3-game suspension. I don't think that's good for the game at all. Suspending him for 3 games. When I seen it, I'm like, bro, I figured this was gonna happen.
And it's Al Shire. Sorry, brother, man.
Shire. I'm like, I figured this was gonna happen because these quarterbacks be trying to manipulate the game even more. Right. It was 2nd and 7. He tried to get the first down, but it's like he's right there. This dude is. It was a rollout. It was you and him. Nobody else is right there. What's wrong with 3rd and 2? These quarterbacks feel like they can cheat for extra yardage. You see a lot of times when quarterbacks dive down or they slide, and the defender is already I'm already in active tackle mode, and they even make a mistake and hit him with something like that. Quarterbacks be looking for the foul. They trying to bait you into it. This time he tried to bait him into it and got knocked out. Like I said, slide earlier. Yeah, y'all got a penalty. Yeah, he probably going to get fined. And yeah, he got kicked out the game. And obviously he got suspended for 3 games. But you got to walk around with that your whole life. Like, we don't know if that could mess him up for his whole life. We don't know that.
Right.
We don't know if that could mess Trevor Lawrence up. We seen a great young quarterback retire way earlier than people would expect him to retire. Andrew Luck. He walked away from the game because the game, it was physical. It got too much for him. It became too much. And he like, man, I ain't got time, you feel me, to be doing all this shit when I can go and do something else. I got paid. My body is wore down because I've been taking all of these hits. Like, I can't do it no more. And he walked away. Some of these guys going to be doing that as well. But Trevor Lawrence got to protect himself better. Like I said, the fine is all that's cool, but you got to walk around like you going to miss some games. They might sit you for the rest of the season. And let's say you get another one of those hits. You got to slide earlier. You have to slide early. You can't slide when the defender is already in pursuit to tackling you. I'm already right. You see me. You're looking at me as you're running the ball. You see me in my full pursuit of launching at you. We see quarterbacks run people over. We see quarterbacks fake slide. I just seen a Patrick Mahomes clip when he was rolling out today, and he kind of faked like he was about to slide and kept going. We seen Patrick Mahomes running to the sideline at times, and then as soon as he gets to the sideline, he turned it up, and the defenders just run out of bounds. And they're like, "Man, why you ain't tackling? Why you just run out of bounds?" He's like, "Bro, because we think he run out of bounds." But now he slide up and keep going. So now I'm going to just knock his fucking helmet off when he on the sideline from now on. Now I'm going to just do that. We seen Caleb Williams run into the sideline and get the juking and then try to hop out of bounds and then dude hit him and he's like, oh my God, what type of hit was that? Bro, just run out of bounds. If you don't want to get hit, run out of bounds or get down way before the defenders are around you. I don't think it was a dirty hit. I think he could have went all out. He really just hit him with like his forearm. He ain't even lead with his head, his shoulder, none of that. It was all forearm, but he could have led with his head and his shoulder. We see that. So I don't think it was a dirty hit. I think Trevor Lawrence should have got down way earlier than that. If it was 2nd and 12 and that was the same scenario, he would have slid earlier. But he knew it was 2nd and 7. So I'm gonna go in here and get this first down, but I'm closer to the defender.
Right.
You think he gonna stop? Oh, I knew he was about to slide. How do you know when somebody's about to? You don't know that. Only way I'm gonna know you about to slide is if you slide before I get there to you. That's the only way. That's it. So I don't think it was a dirty hit. I don't think the 3-game suspension is warranted. I think that's a little excessive. Maybe a fine. I'm sure he's gonna get fined and things like that. That's cool. But sitting him down for 3 weeks, that's 21 days. That's 3 games. He can't be in the facility. He can probably lose his spot, lose his job. You feel me? Lose his starting spot. All of that because he out for 3 games now because he just made a football play. I don't think it was dirty. Like I said, quarterbacks, y'all better protect yourself. I already knew this was coming. Way before. Soon as they start sliding late and trying to keep getting people to get PIs, not PIs, personal fouls. And we seen it. We seen the quarterback slide right before and the dude like nick him a little bit. Either tap his head because he dove in over him, and then they get a 15-yard penalty on top of that. And the quarterback get up, clap it. Yeah, I got you. I knew it was just going to come around where it's going to be a time where your ass is going to be laid out on the ground because you want to get 1 extra yard. You are a 2-9 team. You 2-9. Y'all better protect yourself, man.
Y'all need to go.
It ain't the defense job. It ain't the defense player's job to protect you.
Not at all. Not at all. Got to go ahead and look at some Kyler Murray film on how he slides. He does a pretty good job of it. So I want to go ahead and look at that. But with that, everyone, I hope you guys are having a great week. A lot of great games on. Thursday, big games. Weekend, good games as well. Sports is on. It's always good. My good brother, Tony Lippett, appreciate you, my good guy. Take these beautiful people out to their week.
Hey, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all drink some water. Quick rundown. Who you got in these college these championship games? Let me see. It's UNLV, Boise State, in a Mountain West championship. I'm sure you probably take Boise State.
Oh yeah, list them off, and I'll go ahead and
UNLV, they ranked 22. Boise State, they ranked 11. They play on Friday night, 8 o'clock.
UNLV.
Oh, you going big? Iowa State, Arizona State, Big 12 championship Saturday at 12 noon. Who you got?
Arizona State, the MSU quarterback's going to go over for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, that's dope. Georgia, ranked number 7. Texas, ranked number 3. And I think Texas only losses to Georgia early in the year. But so it's a rematch from earlier this year, SEC championship Saturday at 4 o'clock. Who you got? Oh, okay. Texas. Clemson, ranked number 12. SMU. Okay, SMU. SMU, ranked number 9. Saturday at 8 o'clock. Who you got? ACC champion.
SMU. Clemson played way under the level against South Carolina when they had played this previous week, and that was disappointing at home.
Okay. And last but not least, the best conference in college football. Big Ten championship. Penn State, ranked number 4 versus number 1, Oregon.
Come on, Penn State. Let's finish one time. Let's finish.
Oregon about to beat the fuck out of the Penn State. You know, Penn State is the most pretenders. Pretenders. Penn State is pretenders. They've been like that since I've ever known them to be. They about to get blew out by Oregon. I got Oregon winning the Big Ten championship. That's all I got.
Hey, man, y'all have a good one. Like my good brother said, drink your water, enjoy your time on this earth. We'll see y'all later.
Yes, sir.